Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tab. I'm glad you made it. Let's talk about boosting your income, increasing your income. We all focus on disability compensation as a way to boost your household income, but there are other avenues that you can take and actually utilize the VA to bridge the gap between X dollars per month or year to Z dollars per month per year. Wanted to touch on this. Before we jump into it, I want to throw out a special thank you to Mark Wright, 1981. Mark Wright, thank you so much for the super comment, super chat. I really do appreciate that support very much. For those of you out there who are members, thank you so much for your memberships. I really do appreciate that additional support, and I do my best to get back to you in the comments. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to your subscribers. Thank you to anybody who really watches the videos. I really do appreciate the support from all of you. Thank you. Many hands make light work, and that's the journey, right? So with that, I wanted to talk about boosting income and opening up awareness. Now, I utilize this specific example a lot, and it's to open up the mindset because a lot of us hyper focus in on just certain segments, whether it's your disability claim, hyper focusing on one condition when you have 7 other ones that you could be obtaining. Same thing with regard to getting over the hump and earning more per year. The Automobile Dealership Institute, look, I get it. Not everybody's interested in being a finance manager, but let me tell you this. I would much rather get the word out and then speak with one of my brothers or sisters as I'm purchasing an automobile, right? I'd rather have them on the other side of the desk, so to speak. So this is also not specific to the automotive industry. This same training can be utilized for tractor sales, for motorcycle sales, RVs, boats, you name it. And really, I mean, if you're working in an environment of something that you're passionate about, it's going to probably be a better environment for you. If you're really passionate about motorcycles, well, go work in a motorcycle dealership. That is something that can really help your quality of, life in the job sphere. When it comes to ADI, Automotive Dealership Institute, and the amount of money that you could potentially make, it is actually very good, and you can create a very good life for yourself. Now, I'm going to give you a couple different avenues in which to obtain this, but I wanted to just touch on the Automotive Dealership's Finance Manager kind of program. It's a 4-week program. That's it. 4 weeks. They will train you up and get you ready to be a finance manager. And what's even better than that is that they actually help you get job placed. They utilize their network and they can help you get job placed anywhere in the U.S. I will tell you this. I've talked with a lot of people, veterans specifically, that are like, hey, if I could land a decent job somewhere that's more veteran friendly, I'm going there. This is a way that you could leverage that. You could leverage the Automotive Dealership Institute to get you over the hump and into another state. They can help you find a different employment in a different state, right? Utilizing their network and helping you. They have a 90% job placement rate within 90 days of that 4-week program. It is great. What's the average income? Well, the national average income for an automotive dealership finance manager is just over $200,000 per year. That is substantial. Now, obviously, not everybody's going to make that, and some people will make less, some will make more, and depending on where you're working, right? Are you working in a very densely populated, high cost area? You're probably going to make more than if you live in a small area with small volume and all of that stuff. Now, I want to go over a few things that they cover and train you on in that 4-week process and kind of what it looks like. They have a veteran liaison there. You can call them. And in fact, I suggest it. If you are not sure if this is something that you'd really want to do, but you know that you don't like your job, we'll throw that out there. You're not paid enough, the location, whatever it is. If you are somewhat interested, make a phone call. Call ADI. All their information will be in the description and in the comments. Speak with their veteran liaison. So that's number 1. Reach out to them. Number 2, you'd submit the application. Boom. Number 3, you graduate in 4 weeks. Number 4, you begin your career in finance and insurance management, landing that job, and they will help you land that job. You give them the parameters that you're willing to work, right? The bigger the area you're willing to work, well, the higher chance you're going to get at getting hired faster. What kind of things are they going to train you in? Finance, both prime and subprime, deal structuring, desking deals, prime and subprime lending, legal compliance, F&I software, hands-on training, leasing, credit report analysis, loan process, and funding. The list goes on. Those are a few of the things. And I'm going to look back a long time ago, got out of the Marine Corps in 97. Got out of the Marine Corps in 97, and I got into mortgages. I started doing mortgages. I became a loan officer. Then I became a sales manager, ran a team, all that good stuff. And personally, that was my favorite job until I became an accredited veteran service officer. Then that became my favorite job. But doing mortgages and lending and all that stuff, for me personally, I mean, I like numbers. I like to, figure out the payments, all that type of stuff. And once you know how, it's super easy. So I enjoyed it, and I had actually thought about myself getting into the automotive finance industry, especially after the 07-08 bubble. It was definitely impactful in the mortgage industry. And I thought about changing. I didn't. I stayed in it for another couple years, and then I got out of the mortgage industry in 2010, so 15 years ago. Bounced around a little bit, and then over a decade in veteran benefit stuff. So anyway, all that to say that for me, personally, I enjoy finance. I enjoy the numbers aspect. So I'm going to read a couple paragraphs here on ADI. And again, I encourage you to reach out. Then I'm also going to talk to how you can obtain it with VA benefits. That's going to be your VR&E, Veterans Readiness and Employment, and it's also going to be your post 9/11 GI Bill. They accept both, and the veteran liaison there will help you understand it. So, number one, here we go. Ready to change your life? Well, ADI has been the nation's licensed F&I school providing industry-leading finance and insurance manager training for over 3 decades. That's 30 years more than. Over state-of-the-art classrooms and are equipped with real F&I computers and all the necessary software and structure to structure and print your transactions. So in other words, you're getting hands-on training, and that is valuable. And that's what makes it so easy, because when you're looking to land a job, they want people with experience. This is a way you can gain that experience and then get job placed. And you're getting up-to-date, real-time, now training, which is valuable. ADI, the Automotive Dealership Institute, prepares your professional resume, conducts one-on-one practice job interviews, and helps set up your interviews. I have seen in the comments folks that have went through the program, and they are very, very positive about the amount of information that they learn, and they're happy with the whole process, the whole team there, which is why I continue to talk about this. So the team there will work with you until you are hired as an F&I manager, F&I finance and insurance. ADI is approved by the Veterans Administration, and they welcome veterans looking to utilize their post 9/11 GI Bill benefits for their education. Your VA benefits can cover tuition along with the stipend for your housing, as we all know, and other expenses. And remember that VR&E is also another doorway into ADI to boost your income, changing your job, and maybe even going to another state where maybe you pay a little less in taxes from the state level. Maybe you get some better exemptions for your real estate taxes, that type of stuff. Give them a call. Their information's in the description and in the comments. Again, for VR&E, I'm going to tell you this. There are, and I'll do another video on this and front load it. VR&E, Veterans Readiness and Employment, has 5 specific tracks. One of the tracks is essentially bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Now, if you are going to excel and the counselor, VR&E, feel as though you would do well as a finance and insurance manager, but you're lacking the education piece, the VR&E program will pick up the tab and take care of you at ADI, the Automotive Dealership Institute. So in addition to paying for the school, the VA will also pay you a subsistence allowance as you went through that program. So there are a lot of opportunities out there when it comes to earning more, bringing more income into your household, bringing in more money, boosting your income with your VA benefits. Driving that up is an important thing, and understanding the different menu of benefits out there is important. Don't hyper-focus on one thing. Look at everything that you have with regard to benefits from the VA and utilize them as a disabled veteran. When it comes to VR&E, Veterans Readiness and Employment, think about it this way. Your current condition or conditions that are service-connected are inhibiting your ability to keep or maintain your current gainful employment. And now you need to find a new job that's going to work better with your service-connected conditions. An example would be, I worked at a dealership as a mechanic. I was doing all this stuff. I did some ordering, that type of stuff. I don't mind the ordering. I kind of like the numbers and keeping track of things. So I'm pretty good with numbers, all of that. And but I can't keep doing the physical aspects of my job as a mechanic. I'd love to move to the inside and maybe become a finance manager. So I'm still kind of in the same industry. I understand vehicles, all that good stuff. I think that I'd excel there. Okay, so then they have that conversation, boom, and then next thing you know, you're going through the program. So with that, thanks for watching. I appreciate you very much. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.